Hey everyone, it's Normal Life. Welcome back to my channel with another Gwent video for you today. Before we get into the video, guys, I'm proudly to announce that I'm part of Team Arachas, which is an esports competitive team within Gwent and other card strategy games. Now, the deck we're going to bring you guys, in my opinion, is the most powerful monster deck you can use to improve your MMR. This is an Arachas Swarm thinning deck. Now, before we get to the deck build, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more Gwent videos. Like this video and write a comment below. Doing them things can really help this video perform in the YouTube algorithm. And also, guys, if you want to watch me play Gwent live, you can on Twitch TV. All you need to search for is Normal Life Gaming or go on the link below of this video. So let's get into the deck build, guys. Look at the strategy, what we want to do with this deck, and some gameplay of me using it. So guys, we're going to look at the deck, we're going to look at each card, what they're used for, and then look at the strategy, how we want to use this deck overall. So first, let's look at the leader ability. So the leader ability is Arachas Swarm. So Arachas Swarm is to spawn drones. We get 5 charges with this. We want to spawn drones in a single row because we're going to boost them using certain cards. Also, with this leader charge, if you use organic cards, which have plenty of them, we get an extra drone as well. And I think in an opposite row, I think it goes mainly in the range row. So yeah, that is the leader charge. So for one blue coin, the strategy we're going to use is Tactical Advantage, which boosts one of our units by 5 points. Now you can change this to whatever you'd like if you're more comfortable with Crystal Skull, Heaven Veil, but I prefer to use Tactical Advantage. Then we have a Neomancy. A Neomancy can grab any card from our deck, and it's got Echo as well, so you can use it twice, not in the first round. When you get to the next round, you'll have it back in your hand again. So this is really good to have if you have an awful first hand and you probably want to thin your deck and you want to find Portal, or if you don't have a Griffin for Mammuna value, you can find it with a Neomancy. Then we have Portal, which thins our deck. So this basically pulls out our 4 provision cards, or units. So we have only 2 4 provision units, which are the Conquerors, which are 7-point cards. So we place this down after 3 turns. It will actually draw both of them out. So this is really good to thin our deck. Then we have Mammuna. We use Mammuna mainly for the Griffins. So we play a Griffin the first round. Then when the Griffin's in the graveyard after the first round, we use Mammuna in the last round that we want to play in. If it's for the 2-0 push or if it's going to round 3. And you want to use Mammuna first because you don't want this to have Sabbath, because if it has Sabbath, it plays a Griffin instead of summoning it. Because if it plays a Griffin, we've got to destroy a card. So yeah, we play Mammuna, we play its order ability, and basically this is a big 20-point card because it consumes one of the Griffins in the graveyard and summons another one, which is 9 points. So it's a big 20-point card to have. Then we have Crimson Curse. Crimson Curse spawns Blood Moon in one of the rows for 5 turns, and that gives basically a new enemy, a random enemy, bleeding for 2 turns. So really good to have in round 1 to overwhelm an opponent, because we're obviously thinning our deck and also we're bleeding them out. And also with this card, you can also spawn 2 Ikamaris and also 1 drone, because with our leader charge, if you use an organic card, you get 1 drone as well. So really good card to have in the first round, and also the last round as well, to basically get the Ikamaris for extra points on your side. Then we have Yennfer, and we want to try and play this in round 1 if possible, because if you play this as the first card, it has 9 armor, and as you can see by the ability, if it has no armor, it destroys itself. So you want to try and play this as one of the first cards. Now, we want to play this in the first round because we're going to eat it later when it's in our graveyard, because we have Ozzerel for this. So really good 13-point card to have, and your enemy will probably put all their control into this, trying to kill it, or trying to kill its armor. So yeah, really good point card to have for later on when we're going to eat for Ozzerel. Then we have Yennfer of Vengerberg. So we play Yennfer of Vengerberg when we spawn lots of drones, because we boost them all by 2. And you use Yennfer in the range row. Next, we have Whisperess. So Whisperess is to thin our deck and find organic cards that we want. So we have plenty of organic cards if it's with control or spawning drones or using Crimson Curse. And then we have Ozzerel, which we play basically in the last round. As I said with Yennfer, you want to play that in the first round. It has 9 armor, so your opponent wants to try and kill that. And if it goes in the graveyard, that's absolutely fine, because we want to eat it later in the last round, which is a big 14-point card for us with Ozzerel. So obviously play us in the range row and consume your own card. Now, if your opponent has a bigger number than 13, so Melusine, for example, if you're playing against Skellige, you probably want to play this in the melee row and eat their Melusine. Next, we have Bone Talisman. So this is when we have lots of drones and units on our row, because we're going to boost every single one of them by 1. So this is really good to put pressure on your opponent. Then we have artifact compression. So artifact compression, you want to play in round 1 if your opponent's going to play, for example, Skellige with Preachers, or with Syndicate, they might have Sea Jackal, and you want them to probably build all their points and then take it away, because this resets their power, and then you lock them so they can't use it. Or, for example, you could use this in round 3 if your opponent's going to play Gord, because obviously Gord boosts itself for how many special cards it's been played. So you could use this in one of the last cards in your hand if you're in round 3, if your opponent's going to use a card that's going to boost itself quite a lot. Then we have Predatory Dive. Now, we play this tactically in round 1 or in the last round, and you play this when you go second. So if your opponent plays a card first, and it's a big point card, you can kill it straight away. So, for example, Nilfgaard with Calvate, that's a big 8-point card. We can kill it straight away by using this ability, because each player has to destroy their lowest unit. And we've obviously put no units down, so we destroy a big unit of theirs. And then also we spawn a drone, because this is an organic card as well. So we kill one of their cards and we spawn a drone. Now, you can use this if you've got some units already, because all you need to do is just spawn a drone, which is a 1-point card. So we kill a 1-point card and they kill their next lowest unit, which could be a 4. So you tactically want to use this when you go second, really, and you've got no units on your side. Then we have Griffin. So Griffin, we play one of them in round 1 and it goes to the graveyard. The other one we don't want to see, because we're going to summon it with Mammuna. Remember that. Do not have both of these in your hands, because Mammuna is going to have nothing to eat. Then we have Chimera. So Chimera we play when it has Adrenaline on 4 cards, and when we spawn lots of drones in one of the rows, because when it consumes one of them drones, it will boost every single copy of it, all the drones in that row, by 1. So we have 2 of these, just in case we can't find one of them. And obviously, if you have 2 of them in your hand and you spawn in drones, you can keep boosting your drones as you go. Then we have Riders, which we want to try and play in round 1 to thin our deck. So basically, when you have one of these in your hand, obviously you don't want to have another one in your hand because you won't summon it. You want to have the other one in your deck. When you have Dominance, so that means you've got the highest point card on your side. Once you place this down, it will summon the other one. So it's a big, solid 8-point play when using Riders. Then our organic card, which you can pull out, is Arachas Nest. So we want to play these if we're going to boost all our drones, if it's using Yennfer or using a Chimera. Next, we have Natural Selection. Natural Selection we use for control. So this basically damages the enemy by 4, and any excess points, we can actually spawn a drone on our side. Then we have Megascope. Megascope is mainly used for the Griffins, because you can spawn another 9-point card on top. So you can use this tactically in round 1 to overwhelm your opponent, or in round 3 with Mammuna when you summon another Griffin as well. So yeah, use this when you like. Then we have 2 Conquerors, which we don't want to have in our hand at all. So these are pulled out with Portal. Now, if you have these in your hand and you play them, they will basically destroy themselves, because we don't have Devotion in our deck. And as you can see by its deployability, it destroys itself. If you have Devotion, it cancels that ability, but we don't have Devotion. So you don't want to have these in your hands. You want to have Portal instead, because they summon them. And if you summon them, obviously, it doesn't play their deployability. So that is the deck, guys. How we want to try and play this is we want to thin our deck straight away with Portal, get some Griffins out, get Yai out as well to be a big 13-point card, then we eat for later. Also, we want to use our Riders as well in round 1 as best as we can. So that's the best way to thin our deck. Then if we want to try and push, we use our drones using Chimera and also Yennfer. Or we could use it in a longer round in round 3. But in the last round, we want to use Mammuna and Ozzerel, because we can eat a 13-point card or anything higher if your opponent's got anything higher. So that is the deck, how we play it, guys. I'm going to show you the some gameplay using it, but don't forget to subscribe to this channel, guys. Don't forget to like the video, write a comment below, and also you can watch me live on Twitch playing Gwent. But yeah, let's get into some gameplay me using it, guys. Nature's Gift.
Allow me to play you an elven folk.
They kind of basically swarm as well at the same time. Okay, one red coin. Please be a nice red coin. Looks okay at the minute. All we need now is Riders. Do I gamble? Oh my god, it worked. You ask for it, you get it. Okay, so this is actually a good first hand to have. Yeah. Maybe a Neuromancy would have been good for a bit of insurance, because we don't know if we're going to get that. We don't know if we're going to find it. It could be at the bottom of the deck. We don't know. Okay. Okay, so I think I might just go and kill that first. I don't want their hand being boosted.
Oh, stop gargling like that.
Okay, so now we're going to play Yardhern. We get less armor, just one less, but I think that's the correct move playing it now. They'll probably want to go and kill that. I'll go and find making a bomb. Oh no, they can be bleeding though, making a bomb.
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more
And then we're going to do riders, I think.
splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be. Leave it to me.
Okay, let's go and riders, okay, just in case they kill that. And then we're going to go portal. Oh, we actually got a good swarm hand to use as well in this.
Choke the embers. Wind, blow out the flame.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to kill me, Yarghun, but okay, that's fine. We need to eat a Griffin. It's too late. This is a good red coin push. I think I'll let a Griffin probably stop. Because actually this is set up nicely. For Yennfer and everything. What are you going to use?
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
Okay, so I'm happy just to eat this. And then pass from here. Or if they pass now, that should screw me over. Well, it won't screw me. I can still play my hands, but I'd rather pass at 5. That's fine. You can have this round, Mr. Opponent. We've thinned my deck out. We've got all our units that we want to eat. Leader charging as well. I think overcommitting there. Okay, so we pass here.
We shall conquer this world as we have conquered countless others.
So deck's a bit more thinner, so which is good for us. We've got a good swarm hand if we get pushed. We need Yennfer. Oh, actually, that's good to have. That's good to have. That's good to have. Okay, so this is actually good to have if we're going to get pushed, which don't think we're going to get pushed. I think he probably prefers to have a long round. If I was him, I would have a long round, but if he pushes, we're okay with that. We can accept a push. That's fine.
Hold the line.
We'll put Crimson on that to put pressure on the Saskia thinning. And potentially might have the Mammuna now. Well, no, to fair, is Mammuna being too committed? So he's committed, so I feel like I need to commit.
Sage converse with an ape.
You might be going for 2-0, I think. You probably should have played that back row, having Veil, but okay. Okay, because he's played that, I'll have to play Mammuna now, because I see that as a threat. And then we can use all our swarms in here. It's a shame we haven't got Yennfer.
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
Okay, so let's go and do I probably want to kill that? Is that going to cause us an issue actually? I feel like that's going to cause us an issue. It keeps doubling up. Now they've bled themselves out, which is it's good. Okay, so we actually haven't used our the main feature of our deck, the Arachas part. So this is good. This is really good for us. So all we need now is Ozzerel and Yennfer, if we can find them. Okay, we found one. So we need to find Ozzerel or Yennfer. Please be Ozzerel or Yennfer. Ah, okay, so we have to accept one. Yennfer might be the one for us. Okay, but to fair, because we're gonna have last say, that's probably good for Gord. So we're going to make as many drones as possible. Keep filling the rows up.
Have you met my limits?
Fill the back row up. Yeah. So we want to fill the rows up first, then Yennfer, then use our Chimeras. Oh, that's going to cause an issue, actually. That's going to cause an issue. I probably should fill the back row, actually, thinking about it. I kind of wasted the back row now. Yeah, so we'll probably want to use Yennfer first.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Now we can use these. I should have put more in the same row. I'm just missing some points. Okay, so it's now going to consume this. And we keep boosting ourselves. Yeah, so basically we're just going to keep boosting ourselves. And with last say as well, Gord's going to have a surprise. Gord is going to have a big surprise. Yeah, just that's got the most, right? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's got the most, yeah. So we have to consume that row. Oh, he's bricked. Talisman's going to be nice for us. Basically, just double the points that they've got. And that's for Gord. Do you know what? I don't even need to play. I don't think I need to play my last card. He surely can't catch that. I don't know what else he could have. GG. Yeah, it was good. Gord was going to get restarted anyway, so that was a win for us. Nice win. So guys, that is the deck, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also follow me on Twitch at Normal Life Gaming.